combined with the... Oh my god, Duro!
Okay, I mean, if Duro's just gonna like sit here and like Gumayusi carry, gonna look for a little bit of a back angle.
That would have been big if that hits.
Ooh, never mind.
The pre-6 dive?
Yep, holding on to it here as Gumayusi. Nimbus Strike gonna come on through, and it's actually Duro that takes the kill. And the teleport is going to be in a little bit late here by Doran. Does have the equalizer available though, but they just take a magical journey to safety as Tibbers gets a little bit angry, but so does the orb. And now Chovy's looking to chase down, the flash forward, and there is the flash in to follow. Ona locks down the kill onto Chovy, and it may have just all been a bait.
Beautiful bait there. Oh, Kenyon!
Oh, there it is. Okay, never mind. It's going to be answered, and Faker did indeed go down. I thought that actually Faker had made it out, but he was off screen, and I just...
Faker. I assume the shield just barely is enough. There we go.
He's dead again.
That's the cost of that flash. So Chovy playing aggressive and getting punished 2 times in a row now.
Yeah, that was going to check it out one more time. Yes, and indeed, Carrier is here to make his way over. There's also an equalizer. So it's Doran. That's who the other person was.
Oh, it's Doran. There you go. But nicely done by Carrier. Really good punish. Really good punish by the side of T1.
Secured for them as far as feats of strength are concerned. One more kill, one more objective. They will be able to upgrade some shoes. The equalizer goes down, but the exhaust is there from Keen, who's snipping around the rift. Does have his needles out as well, but Faker's making his way down, and Keen has now just realized that he's likely dead. Wants to be able to trade this one for the kill against Doran. Let's see whether he can actually get there, as never mind. Faker just comes on over, stuns him up, and Keen will just walk underneath the turret, hoping to deny an assist to Doran or something like that, in case, damage came in a little late. But it
wasn't a tanky build, which...
Yeah.
Makes sense given the comp. Might still be dead though.
His flash isn't up. As Tempered Fate is going to buy him a little bit of time, but otherwise not too much. It does take him a little while longer. Pop Blossom is going to be invested. Ruler comes on down though, and Tibbers is angry, but it's still going to be T1 that are running away from the bottom lane of Gen.G.
Yes, to do with Vestus Heal. Will be very happy to do so for that kill.
Yeah, Pop Blossom, I guess, as well, but Shockwave's going to come down towards his bottom side. As Jovi, I think, is a little angry. They get the Cyclone as well. That is going to guarantee that the Annie goes down. As Duro, you got to stop this, man. He is just meep slapping everyone.
It's 130 gold. Which, he has been... That owner's like, can I take that? Right, guys?
All right, well, Duro and Canyon are in here. They're going to get the Cyclone out as Ona will get the ult in. Doran is following as Gwen's in the mix, and they're looking for the Rumble as well. Magical Journey going to be taken. Ona will get taken down, but it's a double Pop Blossom. Keen is going to go down, and Canyon nowhere to run. Duro, the same situation. It's going to have to really find some magic here.
Run, Bard, run!
Yeah, that is going to be the old flame spitter, and down goes the Bard. Chovy's farming. Ruler's farming again. Well, he's just going to ult the wave. The cannon is going to come through with another melee, and we're going to see whether we can kill him underneath this turret. Another Cyclone does come in. Decoy going to help take him out there as the Tempered Fate will deactivate the turret. And that will allow everyone to get out of here. As T1, yeah, they're going to throw down the Rift Herald, and they're going to look for even more. A sacrifice of just a Rumble for this outer turret is going to feel pretty good as now Keen dashing after Faker here. The flash does come out, and now Faker's definitely dead. That flash was never saving him ever. And now you got a Rift Herald making her way up towards the top side. Shelly's merry jaunt, as we can see here. But I don't know whether he wants to charge the turret, because he probably would die. Shelly's just going to wear herself out and head back to the void.
This game's a bit of a mess. It does mean that the mid lane turret falls. I think maybe otherwise he could have barely made it.
All right, here's another little catch. As we can see, Keen was in the mist for a while, but the equalizer is going to come down. That's another kill going over to Gumayusi. He did take a fair bit of damage, but not quite enough. As now Doran in a little bit of trouble, but maybe Ruler is as well, but finally does get that last shot into the Rumble. Yeah, Ruler has ult, and they don't have a Rumble, so maybe this is going to be a dragon.
I do think that maybe look for Cheeky's not going to do it, even with the vision. I think that's fair. Duro's still out there, so Drake's going to go over to Gen.G. It's Chovy. Is it a trap?
Yep, they're going in. Who's trapping who? As the Shockwave is fantastic to deny Faker's approach. And now Ona is in a little bit of trouble, but he's continuing to go in. This guy has no fear at all as the rockets do start raining down, and Gumayusi will say, cease fire, everyone. They will acquiesce at least for now. Keen and Doran continuing to just 1v1 here towards the bottom side, and Gumyushi will come back towards the mid lane because Ruler is continuing to shove that one out. Are we going to go for it as Chovy is backing?
Did they not I thought they
Who is
spotted?
baiting who? Is there it is! Canyon comes on over and that is 2 dead. Chovy just knew. I guess Gen.G had all the information. And T1 caught napping as we've got a little bit of a dive here as the equalizer. That is not a dive that you could take. Beautifully played here by Doran, but on the top side, it's a mess.
And not even vintage Doran is enough to halt the acceleration of gold for Gen.G. I really thought that they knew.
Wait, unless Gumyushi is down here just killing Ruler.
Thanks for the chocolate.
And he's able to get himself out. Does have, of course, the Ghost Blade.
Oh, I want to go back to that. I thought that they spotted them. Like, I actually thought that they spotted him.
The amount of damage that he was able to do. Now Artican is going to get started up as Gen.G looking for their second objective of the game.
Oh, that's a late contest, Atlas.
Oh, they're looking for the angle here as Doran does have his equalizer back off cooldown. This will be difficult for them to lock down as the equalizer does come in. And it will be secured here by Gen.G. Good smite from Canyon, although there was no real contest. Can be slippery, although it has worked in the past, as now Duro could be in trouble, but he's also not the target they're looking for. The equalizer is weird, to say the least. And T1 now without that big tool. The needlework's coming out there. The Pop Blossom is going to connect on a new shockwave under 4 people!
Oh no!
5! My god, the Cyclone, and they all explode! It is over! As Gen.G, they'll take a celebratory dragon, and oh god, T1, that is not where you want it to be!
That's a mad movie right there, baby!
That's what that was. That was a 5-man shockwave standing in perfect position to be blended.
In theory, it makes sense. It's like Gwen doesn't have an escape. Keen.
Yes.
How you've been?
I've been pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah, not too bad.
It's Korean summer, you know, it's a lot.
Yeah, that's it's not great. Faker's dead, and Tib is gold. Who did it go to?
Wait,
Canyon
the
got that.
flank?
Unless it was Chovy. They were sharing some pictures.
The flank?
You've got a really nice air conditioner though, so that has been put through its paces.
That is the most important. Easy towards Keen. Not being allowed to really play the games.
There's a flash in. That's going to be another Cosmic Binding. Doran taking some time being CC'd and will get caught by the very edge of that Tempered Fate. I've seen other ones of those miss. As Keen is going to snip him up. It is now going to be Keen versus the bottom lane, but the Pop Blossom going to do nothing against the stasis that he brings out. And so that means that Oda is going for a miracle here, and that is precisely what they're going to need.
Well, that can definitely bully them off here. Like, Chovy needs to walk all the way over. They need to hurry up, though.
You say definitely. Keen is on a flank angle as Carrier could be in a little bit of trouble here as Duro going to be cleansing himself. The Deadly Flourish comes down there. There's the curtain call as Canyon gets out of the pit. This Baron is so extraordinarily low. It's down to 1,100, and it's going to be secured by Gumyushi. He's in the back of the pit, and he just gets sliced up like a ham. And it's going to be Ruler that takes that kill. Now Carrier wanting to keep at least another one of these Barons alive as Canyon comes. Boop. And down goes the Vine.
Situation, right? And you Chovy TP to bot, and then they started Nash, which means that Faker knew he could TP to mid and pressure them off the Baron. I think they were a little slow. They probably could have gotten a little bit more done.
Chovy went gold, then Doran went gold, and then Doran went dead.
I just don't think it really matters for the game. 39 petals for Gen.G, and we gotta keep our eye on the...
Yeah, where's the... I can't see their last match. They are not looking to slow down at any point in time. They could take a vacation if they felt like it, and they would still be there for the World Championship as they have made playoffs of the LCK already. As Chovy is going to throw out his ultimate, but only onto Ona, and then just runs away, has Phase Rush, and is going to get Pop Blossom. They're going to see whether they can take him down, but he goes golden. The Tempered Fate to make people even more golden, as finally is going to get taken out, but unfortunately the trade, I think, is going to be a little too great. That being said, killing Chovy probably feels great, and that's the best they're going to get because their Nexus is about to explode.
Hey, they got 6 stacks off of the Magi's as well.
Oh, that is a really good point. Faker does manage to almost take down Canyon here. That was very close. As Carrier is likely going to get booped. That is a decent little Captain Jack there from Ruler, but unable to quite kill him. And so Carrier will be able to watch on as his Nexus goes down. But T1 will drop this. When the damage graphs come up, you're like, oh, well, you know, I guess Cassante is actually a damage.
So let's the T1 draft I think is very straightforward. This is a fair card game, Atlas.
Yep. Channing Tatum. Absolutely. You didn't watch the most recent Deadpool and Wolverine movie?
I haven't yet.
He played, what's his face? Never mind, we've got a bit of an engage here towards the bottom side of the map. Ruler dashing on in, but Carrier gets himself out of there. We do have the feathers pulled back, but no one's going to get rooted. So I believe this will be a stalemate. Do get the concussive blows onto Owner, who takes a fair bit of damage, but everyone on Gen.G is looking...
We are seeing a bit of a problem developing, though, which is that, as you highlight, like, TF should always be ahead.
Yeah, I don't think you're killing Keen here. Like, the amount of times we saw Keen, okay, he's gone all out, though, as now the Destiny coming towards the top side, and yeah, the Sejuani was here, but she can't save him from that. That is first blood going over to the Cassante, and now Keen's life is waiting.
Yup.
It's glorious. Well, Destiny is not exactly kind to Doran here towards the top side of the map, as Keen's going all out, Chovy's going all in, and Doran is real dead. That is a kill going over to the Twisted Fate. We were talking about a kill worth of gold. Well, he has that now, as Flash is going to be invested here by Duro to get himself out of the way of the Emperor's Divide, but he's still moving forward. Ruler lit on fire here as Owner comes on over down that portion, as Gen.G 1 kill away from the feats of warfare. And Chovy's getting to work on this turret to the point.
Not again, not again, not again.
He just got back. He doesn't want the dying spree. Not a dying spree, as that's a bit of a drive-by. It doesn't quite work here for Canyon, as Chovy does find a blue card. Not sure about that one, as Doran's going to be able to take down the Skarner, and it's a disaster here for Gen.G as T1 even out the kills and well and truly strike back.
Carry up the hero that Doran needed, making sure that his top laner stays alive after these continued dives. And now, all of a sudden, T1 is winning on multiple sides of the map. We're able to push in bot, bullying Keen off the turret as Chovy.
Yeah, this is a big deal if they can lock down this kill, and they got 3 people here. He wants to deal with the minions that are in position as he flashes away from his turret, and that is going to mean that he's dead. Cute little gold card towards the end there, but not going to be able to get too much. He still has a massive gold lead, but he's now not on the map. And Gen.G kind of falling apart at the seams. We were talking about the feats
of crazy.
Kind of ridiculous.
I think T1 is still going to look for the contest. And look, Faker making his way over.
Yeah, let's see whether the pigeon can find the angle, as the Glacial Prison doesn't quite get there, as now Chovy gets the gold card onto Faker. And now for the rest of the fight, Canyon going down extraordinarily low. There's the jungler out of it. Emperor's Divide, not really finding it, but it pushes them out of the pit as Keen. He's gone all out, but he is, in fact, all out. Double knock up there from Carrier as well. Looking fantastic. Ruler frontlining doesn't want to, as he flashes to get out of the way, and that is Faker on the board with a kill onto Duro that he was looking for before. And Chovy not going to get hit by that grand entrance, but I still think he's in a bit of trouble here as Ruler wanting to try and catch them off guard, as another gold card is locked in. Wildcard's actually hitting all of them there, as somehow it's Faker that managed to just take down Ruler. Chovy will survive, and T1 limp away.
One mid lane turret sieged. Possible setup towards the Drake as well. Now the gold lead firmly in their favor.
And a 4-0-2 Xayah as well. Quick blades.
Remember, individually or poke away. We do see that comp struggle a little bit as Ruler and Chovy tried it. Looking good.
Yeah.
Although Doran might be caught.
This is a really awkward position here as Canyon walks over the ward. They get the information here with the Destiny, as there is the Glacial Fissure, and all the Emperor's Divide by Faker is glorious as they lock down Chovy. They'll also take the Skarner as well, as Gumayushi in a little bit of trouble here as Keen manages to get one back, but it's only on to Doran. And T1 are now chasing down the remaining stragglers of Gen.G, and they do it so well with this composition. There's the culling. It doesn't really do too much of anything at all, as the Permafrost not going to connect onto Duro there, but he has to flash to get out of the way. And they'll trade Doran for a whole bunch more here as T1 move to 10-4.
And Gen.G is tenacious, but T1 is getting the better end of them anyway. Faker having big impact on this Azir.
Consistently get control vision in the area. The Otacon,
this is just gone.
Just going down, and Gen.G no real right to head over there. The vision is paramount, and they have none of it. And so Gen.G just going to settle with an outer turret in mid.
Guma and Carry on the Xayah and Rakan. The team fighting of these two. has been incredible.
Look for this as Ona comes on over, they clear out the wave, concussive blows, and nothing really happens here as that was a cleanse one as T1 just continue this relentless pressure. Chovy has found a lane, but look at this. The poke onto Ruler is just kind of gigantic, and the rest of T1 just continuing to push forward. They'll take down this inner turret very comfortably with 4 members, and Canyon just not quite here in time to try and alleviate anything as Keen comes on over and is trying to defend against Faker's push, but it is unrelenting. Does take a lot of damage here from the Keen Sante as the Emperor's Divide is going to have to be employed. That means that T1 do not have that if there is going to be a bit of a team fight. The Glacial Prison also was thrown out earlier on as Carrier looks for a bit of an angle here, gets the charm onto Chovy. So T1 not really hard committing as it's a fight for a Gromp, guys. There's the Destiny, and okay, Chovy thinks that this is maybe an angle. Shifting Sands does get Faker out of there, and remember, this is 3 items onto Chovy now. Maybe it's an opportunity, but you can see the culling just kind of hitting the air, and now T1, they can back away if they'd like to. Would they like a team fight? That is our question, but without the Emperor's Divide, perhaps they do not want it.
Well, Gen.G is slow playing this. Do have Doran probably looking for a base and immediately TPing back. There's a good amount of flank angles behind them.
Yep, there is a Mega Cone here as well for Chovy if you'd like to utilize it. But
oh, Doran.
Yep, there is the teleport in as Doran diving on top of Keen here as Chovy holding onto this gold card for such a long time. Carrier comes on over, and there is the all out. It is going to be the secure on the Dragon with that unsealed spellbook from Duro as Canyon's just going to drive his way out as best he can. Down goes Doran as Gen.G, they slow down Carrier as well, and I don't think he's long for this world as the Ardent Blaze will be able to tag him, so he's not going to be executing himself just yet. And so Gen.G able to deny the soul and will also find themselves, could you call it a fight? I guess you could call it a fight.
Don't remind me, bro. I don't want to. That's like a whole nother conversation. I don't. But he did teach us that Gromp is important as Gen.G startup Nash.
Yeah, this is what they learned from T1.
Just Nash.
They just start up the Baron. If you notice, Chovy finding an angle. Or did T1 find a Chovy? Chovy kind of knew that this was what was happening. He doesn't have an arm guard, so he's just dead. And now the quickness goes all over the rest of Gen.G. Can they find it? No, they cannot. The Emperor's Divide throws them into the mix. And now Ona trying to dash his way out. Ruler is doing a decent job, but Gumayusi just getting on in there. My God, he slaughters them. It's a triple kill for the Zyre, and T1 say, well, I guess we'll take a Baron.
Maybe if you have Flash and Zonya's choked.
Area getting that sick cleanse.
Yeah, this game is looking mighty.
How many has it been? Because it was the 2 at MSI.
So it was both at MSI. They didn't face in road to MSI. I think round robin 2 was a 2-0. I think round robin 1 was incredible, but round robin 2 I remember being a bit of a letdown.
Yeah, it wasn't super hard.
Not this one, Atlas.
Not this time around as we move into our first ever round 3. So we get a zoom in on the gold card being collected by the bird that was flapping away. To keep the streak alive.
Yeah, but they've been in interviews and they're like, yeah, we don't really care. We just want to play well.
Yeah, no.
Maybe a multi-man ult from Canyon. Otherwise, we go in the game free.
Oh, there's the Destiny to come in there as they found Canyon on the flank. He only gets Ona with the ulti. As now Gumayusi is in a little bit of trouble, but he's got the Featherstorm. He's buying so much time. And the Emperor's Divide to get him out of there as well. Ruler is the one that's down so low as they trade 80 carries. As now Keen dives in, but he cannot pick anyone up. And it's Doran finding his revenge. He'll also get cleansed. Everything is fine. And now Chovy and Duro versus the world as the teleport to get Chovy out of there will be interrupted by Ona. As Doran says, yeah, we are going to a game 3 and I'm going to take us there by destroying these Nexus turrets. And he's getting some revenge after being bullied earlier on. These health bars aren't going down as fast as they really wanted to as Chovy flashes out of the grand entrance. And we're just going to zoom in here on Doran booping down this Nexus with his hammer. Gets the gun out there as well just to show that it can transform. That was real cute. Oh man, we haven't seen this for ages. This is something that Gumayusi Carrier used to be great at in the past.
It's the 2022 era, right?
It really is. That was a
spring 2022.
A little bit wayward. It just does the rage ignite. But Ona is there. This is setting up for a bit of a dive as they will
Faker's here.
Yeah, Faker in amongst it. Teleport is going to come down from Keen, but I believe that one was interrupted. Another one. As never mind, not actually going to come on through there, and they do manage to get that first kill. Faker locking down first blood as Ona is able to flash away as well. And even Doran will survive as the Dominus did come on through there as Canyon takes about 15 years, but he will be able to take down this dragon. And they do, you know, stick around in lanes. There's going to be a wave mist in mid, but a double kill in the top lane and this whole wave.
So this game, to me, is kind of a repeat of game number 2.
Oh, there it is!
That's Alistair, though.
Yeah, so he's going to get a pulverize off. There is a teleport in, though, as the Gragas is coming down. Moonlight Vigil will do a damage. And the Gragas is here, guys. Howdy, Gragas.
Howdy, Doran.
That's going to
still
send him over, and Gumayusi with a bunch of extra money, and he'll deny the cannon as well.
Oh god, he's going to be up like what? Like 1.5, 1.4?
Yeah, 1.5.
Yeah.
Feels pretty good. Keen also extending his advantage as Duro will be able to get... No, he doesn't even need vision because they can see Faker on that ward. But nothing they can do about it. Control ward goes up.
Especially with these white guns. So one of the things we always talk about with Ziggs, one of the things that infuriates Orcs.
I mean, it's the Caitlyn and Jinx thing
as
well, and the play does come back though. So you can't dodge all of it, even if the hook does go wide. Still, Canyon is going to be able to eat this turret.
So the gold lead remains... Yeah, and
I remember, because you said juke, and that made me sad. He's already a juke, okay? That's all right. Carrier with the flash play. Ona looking to go on in as well, but the Arcane Storm wants to take down the tick. One more tick will do it, but it's not going to connect. As now the cask will deliver Canyon to his death potential. He did have to subjugate there. And oh my god, Ona survives the headbutt to get Gumayusi out of here, but he is an absolute demolition machine. And Gen.G, they might be staring down the barrel of their first loss of the season.
Keen trying to look for a counter pick. The hook hits him.
He does manage to at least get carry. He's flashing in, looking for even more. The turret's helping him out at the same time. But Ona is also going to be able to get a cute little charge, and that will help take down the Croc. This guy's in. It is built different, ladies and gentlemen. And that whole time, Gumayusi was just slaughtering them. 3-0 afterwards as well.
Yep, 4.5k gold lead now. And I think this Drake, Gen.G are going to contest. I don't know if they really can.
There's the Hex Flash hook onto Duro. Not too much more to happen after that, but there's a glorious cask onto Chovy. Does get the gravity field down, as now Duro does get a pulverize, but Faker is making his way in, and Ona just finding it. Ruler goes down yet again. The entire bottom lane has been removed, and Faker will just take a bit of a journey underneath the turret. Might have been a bridge a little too far, as Carrier looks for another cute little play. Needs a few extra links in that chain, though, if he wants to get that one. As Ona going in one more time. It's the most balanced Trundle has looked all week, as the hook this time is going to connect. It lands onto Chovy. Guma's going to grab that kill, and Carrier, I mean, I don't know how it worked, but it absolutely worked. He had some of the most crazy team since the LCK season started.
Since February, Atlas, we are free season. There was winter. Spring is coming. Valios. And Gen.G, yeah, in theory, this comp, there are parts of it that scale well, but Rula's going to be behind. I think this was the first best of 5 between them at MSI. Crawl back from a big deficit. It was a very different drop. It was a very different setup. This T1 comp, just, its skills.
Perfect for this stage of the game as well with this composition. As a hook is just going to sail on by. Death Ray going to come on through there as well, as Chovy will be able to at least sidestep the cask. But Ona is looking to make his way in. Another hook is going to be fantastic here, as Chovy's already got that flash on cooldown. In comes the Moonlight Vigil, and down goes Gen.G. There's at least a couple of kills back here, as they do manage to trade with the help of the turret, but T1 is so far ahead, they don't really mind that Doran and Carrier go down. The damage is still here.
There's still a walking turret in the form of Guma. Rula doesn't get to play the game.
He's an upgraded turret.
Yeah, because he also kills other turrets in a matter of seconds.
Well, red-white don't fight. Well, that is not what T1 are thinking. They've got a green gun now, so the extra range here for Gumayusi.
Are we like looking at like a deal, or did he let this one go and he
well, actually, there are 3 rounds for this particular end of the year. As Ruler is just going to get engaged on, does have to flash, and there's another cast. This time, no avoiding that, and that is Faker grabbing a bunch of extra gold. Yep, sometimes, but the way that T1 have played this, the way they moved Gumayusi around the map and turned him into this slaughter machine has been just beautiful. He'll take the Lantern Ride to get himself out of there. We also just haven't seen that much success for Thresh. Even when carried,
he is dead.
Speed
he is dead.
So is this dragon.
He'll run. He'll make him work for it, but
yeah. Well, Malcove gaming there as he does. Doran just going to boot himself away to try and avoid that.
Not again,
I've
not again,
seen
not
this
again.
play before.
Oh, it's the fake out. And Faker then
The
comes in
faker
for
out.
That was okay, I'm done.
That was weird. There's a dead troll. Dead dragon. Soul point now for T1. Don't know whether that is all that relevant, because the game could just be over in 4.5 minutes.
Yeah, it's just a beautiful snowballing from T1, right? And it really comes down to that one dive in top.
Oh dear. Ruler is just dead. Cut the video, cut the video, cut the video, cut the video. Didn't need to watch it. It's a little bit worrying here, as at least Kane does have a Dominus. Faker is going to take a Lantern Ride to get out scot-free from that one. And Chovy comes on over, but he comes on over a whole lot later than he needed to. And Arcane Storm is down underneath this turret. He does go golden, as that is a dead Gragas. Maybe, no. They are, in fact, too far ahead, ladies and gentlemen.
The wallets, Atlas!
Yeah, that was the piano-sized wallet right on the noggin of Chovy. And T1 will be able to push these super minions in for the first time in a deciding game of a series this season. Gen.G are looking to go down. We'll see. There is a pillar of filth there.
That's worth. I'm not even. Shouldn't have happened.
Well, T1 are just going to deny this. Is Keen? Okay.
Atlas, this whole situation.
Yes.
It just reminds me of when you were like, Mao, I'm fine, and then you were not fine. That's what I'm looking at right now!
It's the jet lag scenario, yes. Well, the Victor is just going to get taken down as T1 just catch 2 teleports that come in, delivering members of Gen.G to their doom.
They're doing it, Atlas!
They are definitely doing it. They're just going to wander down. Baron is unnecessary as Ruler is going to be discovered by Ona once again. This time the snare comes in, but now he's just going to hunt him down to the ends of the earth, and that is maybe going to infinity in this game, because T1 will end it and end Gen.G's streak. 27 is all they will get, as T1 in their home ground will be able to take down Gen.G.
With this comp, I think that makes sense.
Yep.
Extra tool to lock people down as well for the MF ult.
And she has been a pretty good pick into Zion that we've seen develop over the
T.
Yeah, no, that's good. Good stuff.
It would be great now. Imagine.
Oh, dude, Transformers 1 is that's the good. They should stop there.
Action.
Yeah, we've got an exhaust down. Cyclone to answer it though, and there's a decoy. It's not exactly the target you want to engage onto. Croco does have the Crescent Guard though, as Yahoo's just going to get inside the circle and see whether he can get something done. And the answer is he absolutely can before he dies. Closer now looking for some angles here as Tibbers is going ballistic. He picks up a double kill, and this is why you do not underestimate the big.
We have another fight on our hands.
Yep, another bear is ready to come out as well. We're making it rain in the river, which is a little bit unnecessary. It's already pretty wet. That's all right. Flash comes in from Closer, throws down the bear, gets a brilliant Incinerate to make sure that Yahoo is dead before he can really do anything. Teddy now in trouble as the rockets are raining. And Hype is looking to chase them down. The decoy not going to be doing any of much, as Teddy is going to spend his first little stint in the death chamber here after his trip back to the LCK after 90 days. Wrongfully Accused. If you haven't seen Wrongfully Accused, just go and watch it. It is the dumbest film to ever exist, and I almost heard that Keeper's Verdict is still a little while away, these early levels. So they do have to be a little bit careful. And there's the flash in. They look for the angle onto Rich. He does flash himself away, as Yahoo going to be able to buy some space between worlds. DRX, though, still not quite able to get themselves in there. Steadfast Presence is good. Bullet time even better to soften up the cow. And once again, Tibbers is going to donate 50 gold, this time over to Rich.
On the ult.
In goes Arnold. Can he find it? Yes, he just gets headbutted out, though, as Polu will get slammed into the wall. And Bro just kind of playing with their food for so long that the food bit back.
I don't want your food to bite you, but somehow Bro on the receiving end of that, as it felt like they had a lot of windows there to actually commit, but kind of kept going for these half engages. And DRX shrug off a lot of that.
That was more just a Duro thing.
Oh no, I think it was just a Duro thing, but I know it's also a meme. As Drake gets taken, and we go 2-2.
Yeah. So it's evening out the dragons. We're making sure that we get as many Chemtechs as we possibly can.
Join with his ult. But now they've stalled for so long. I think they can just take this.
Well, the teleport is going to come in, but it feels a little bit late here. Croco in perfect position to rotate over from Sponge, but they're holding on to him. They do want to be able to burst this one down, and Croco is almost dead. The public execution comes down, but it misses, and the Cyclone comes in. The knockups are good, but that one's even better as the bullet time does help secure the kill onto the jungler, and there is the steal. DRX, they managed to deny the Bros, and the Bros just wanting to get themselves out of here. Polu decides instead, though, that he wants to go back in. And perhaps to get themselves out of there was a better choice, as down goes the Annie as well. Morgan and Hype just wondering what the heck just happened because it all went wrong.
Bit of a split call there for
Beta check this.
No, it's definitely gone.
It's just gone, yeah. Down to 5,000. The Dragon has spawned. Polu, I think, has an idea of what's going on here, but he just can't face check. And so the Baron's just going to get secured here by DRX under the nose of the Bros. And yeah, they might be able to get a Dragon, but it's a consolation Chemtech. And that doesn't ever feel good. And so DRX have really just taken this game back.
If it was Soul, I think it would have been fine, but it's not even Soul. It's Soul Point, Atlas.
Yeah.
You know what, bro? I don't care. It's fine. Just give Nash.
This is so weird, though, isn't it? Because, like,
they did
at
just
this
beat
point,
DK. That did happen.
Yeah,
Watch that happen.
And also, this team is like mostly old sandbox, right? It's not even really bro anymore, but it's still the same bro. It's still, we can do things in the early game to create a lead, and then we stop. He's almost the objective right choice. I always like Chaox as well. That's right. Yeah, who does manage to take down this turret? We are extending this Rebel Baron power play really, really far.
We really are hitting a variety of topics as well. So I think this bot lane turret might have to give it up, bro. We'll see if they really want to play for a heavy contest. With this super, or a powered rather, double cannon, I don't know if they can really do that much.
Well, they do have 5 members in the area. The Ambassador's rotating around as well. The bear goes down. They're going to look for Andel, who goes down very low. It's a late, steadfast presence. But now, between worlds, a massive knock-up, though, as Morgan finds the angle, but the Cyclone is just too good. And yes, Morgan might be surviving, but unfortunately, he's lost his Annie, and his Corky's a little too low, so he's just going to get cut down where he stands. Oh no, bros. That was the back-breaking fight, and DRX utilize their Baron sneak. It turns into a 6,000 Rebel Baron power play, and the game might just be over right here.
Might just look for the end. It's been a Sponge and Rich duology in these fights. The two of them just finding the backline again and again, and even though Teddy gets his ult interrupted, I don't think it really matters as Rich dancing around deathless on this Ambessa.
Yeah, having a great time. And we know, like, Rich actually had some pretty good performances as Pulverize going to hit a couple in the backline there as Yahoo does die. And in fact, a couple of people die to Hype, who does a fair bit of damage, but it does not matter. This Nexus is still going to go down if Teddy has anything to say about it. And he does. He says, bring it, bros. We'll take you in game 1.
I don't
support Trundle.
I mean, Leona, like, at least you can fish with ult, right? It's something.
Well, they're going to lock it in. They're very happy to be the Troll King. Zandil doesn't get stunned up because that Mystic Shot misses.
Oh my god, they're just going to die.
The angle. Yeah, Hype just going to have to flash, but now Sponge, he can just flash in and chomp him. Oh no, oh no, oh no, the Troll was under the bridge! And he's just, as I said, he didn't even need to flash in, he just chomped him! And that was it! Now Polu just has to watch as he also gets chomped! And no one even dies. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous dive, and Rich also survives on the top side. Croco getting cooked, and my god, DRX
playmaking potential, and he is trying to sneak in here. Oh, just on the edge of vision.
Yeah, not quite able to sneak into that brush.
He doesn't have to contest this. I think they made the right call, but you are Vi and Ari.
Yeah.
And you're not contesting Drakes. You're down 2.
And that is going to be feats of strength, you know, as it might be tough for the Lord, who I think knows that things are getting a little bit rough as they do move their way in. Flash still available, but he decides he wants to use that next time because he was looking pretty dead. And it's just going DRX crazy territory.
We're going to get a Herald fight. If Bro lose this fight, I think it's done. They need to find good target selection.
Well, Croco, he's just going in. He flashes out of the way of the solar flare and finds Yahoo. Closer is there as well. They managed to land the jump. The true shot barrage is going to be able to take down the Azir. And now Morgan is going to end DRX's world as he takes down Andil. There goes Rich as well. Thank you for the Bro Tax chat. You guys did this.
Find Yahoo. That man did not get to play the video game. And the turnaround that we all knew deep down was coming. Flash up from Croco to ensure he doesn't get taken down by the solar flare. And then an entire ult from Teddy goes into Polu.
Okay. We are back in the action once again. Emperor's Divide is on to 2, but it's Andal that's going down, and Polu just walks it off. Close is going to turn up, and DRX, what happened? As Teddy is actually kind of popping off right now, but the relentless pursuit to try and escape
Rich
is coming on through here. There is the culling. That'll take down the Braum. And it is a 2 for 2 in the end.
Timeline, though, is clearly didn't find the ult. Was ambitious dive anyway. What does it mean for the fight? Closer does have his ult.
Here's that dragon that we were going to fight over before. Croco's going to go in. They are just looking to execute the Trundle, and they do exactly that. Andil, he's got the Eclipse running, but where's the follow-up? Where's the answer? It's a double for Hype! As Yahoo's now just going to get stunned up by the Braum passive. Teddy gets ceased and desisted. Oh, Assault and Battery is so much better for doing that, but that is kind of what happened in the end. And now it's a free dragon over to the Bros. They have full control. Killers never have a lead early, and everything will be fine. And you know what?
Novels.
Really?
So I actually did read all of them, yeah.
Is that worse, or is me reading them twice on purpose bad? As Sponge, he's going to get taken down very low again, but this time the Subjugate's going to be working out. True Shot Barrage wasn't enough. Oh, the door is there to answer the Lucian. As Closer was dashing over, but doesn't quite find a target.
That's getting taken a little low, but looks like DRX doesn't want to commit with their front line so rich.
Okay.
Well, I guess he had flash, but no longer.
Well, DRX is doing that startup Arakan thing. How do we feel about it?
Well, we saw what it did for Bro in the last game, so I'm waiting with great interest.
Well, we are true-shotting and barraging. Rich
There's
taking a bit of damage, but it's Morgan in a bit of trouble. Does find some knockups, though. And remember, has a lot of healing. He goes golden, but now Closer is going to show up. The Equalizer does nothing. Teddy trying to get out of the way of Polo, but he should be able to get this one done. It's a double as Teddy makes his presence known. Nice charm will connect, but Andil back underneath that Sun Disc. And Bro, don't know about this one.
2 for 2.
Croco is dead, and Sponge
no Equalizer right now available, and DRX, I might just have to give this.
I mean, there's no ults apart from the solar flare that's coming up pretty soon, but it is just gone. So the Bros, some highway robbery here as the Otacon is going to be secured.
Oh, sorry, Banshees allows you to play more aggressive.
Right, and that lets you hold onto the stacks more effectively.
Well, that, but also you can play more aggressively into the opponents because you can tank a skill.
True.
So, like, you can ult in more aggressively because you're fine.
Well, we'll see whether that is going to remain the case. So far, 3-0-6 having a very good time as Yahoo may discontinue having a good time.
We're playing two sides of the map here. This is risky from Bro.
They are.
Yeah, I was about to say.
They're on a dragon right now. That is going to go down, but can they all get themselves out?
That was
Croco,
a little dicey.
Why did we did not need to press the Q button?
No,
they are not going to move into the fog of war.
He needed to kill it. Actually needs to kill it as soon as possible.
Pretty good with this composition that doesn't really have a true tank. All right, in goes the buy. Doesn't quite find the Vault Breaker, and will just get that back massage and put into the Death Chamber with the Equalizer. Very well played here by DRX to lock down the jungler, but just a little bit of a step too far there by Croco on the bottom side of the map. So they'll lose the turret. DRX. But yeah, Teddy against the world. It's just Jin Air all over again. Why is it always just, it all comes back to Jin? Hype possibly in trouble, but the Pillar not really doing too much. True Shot Barrage just to spin the wave as best they can. That's an Arcane Shift. As in comes Closer. He's spotted on Vision, but what? Andil is just dead. He's just too far up. Just a mistake here from the support out of DRX, and you've said it already, he's the only one that can hold people in position.
Well, Baron Pit might be doing them some favors here. That's a close and tight corridor. Oh, look at the setup here. Multi and Croco looking.
Croco on the angle. finds their way in. There is the flash forward from Closer, but Teddy is alive, and then he's taken out. Rich also is going to be able to go golden, but that's a see your death type go golden. And now Yahoo finds himself running the wrong direction. They save the Azir till last, and Sponge is running for the hills. This is a Baron if the bros want it, but they might look to break open the base first as the True Shot Barrage sails by. Oh man, Andil probably going to be kicking himself after that one.
Wonder what happened there. It's, I think, another example of DRX not all being on the same page.
Yeah.
Because Andil, he needs to step up to try and secure vision, but I hope we get a replay to see what actually happened there. Felt like he both overstepped, but if the rest of the team at least provides some safety, maybe that could have been something. We did see, though, the problem for Teddy. As okay, guys, this game is game is done.
It's not looking too good. That's a nice solar flare, though. Polo comes on over just to see what's going on. Yeah.
But the game is done.
It is. And it's so weird that it's an exact mirror of what we saw in game 1. But the other side. Okay, we're rushing a Baron as
I like
Soul
it.
Point.
They might be able to take this.
Let's see if that can happen. Teleport to come in from Morgan.
Croco's here.
Angle. True Shot Barrage to layer on through. It is going to be Rich that locks down the Baron for DRX. Teddy has been dove on, though. He does manage to take down Croco, but Morgan's there to end his world. Yahoo now trying to get out of the way, and the Emperor's Divide doesn't really do anything. Unfortunately, if you divide by 0, you're just going to find yourself in the death chamber, and there is the win for the... Although, I guess Croco died, and Closer will fight the Bro 1, and I'm like, oh, it's all great, but it's not. Okay.
Their siege is good. They can set up. Need to actually get to the turret, though.
And a team fight, when it works, looks pretty good for DRX as well. Let's see whether some more of these picks can actually come. Oh my god, Rich taking so much damage. Closer having to use the ult just to avoid the culling, but once again, Andil is in no man's land. Emperor's Divide just to buy some space, and it might have actually done so as Teddy down so low, still trying to kite, still trying to do damage as Croco. He can't get there, my god! Teddy, you monster, but he's left the rest of his team! And they are going to fall down. Rich with the teleport in, and then the run away. And wait, was this another DRX straight up? Maybe one day.
Well, they you know, theoretically it's possible.
Well, probably going to show him the door.
They got bit.
Pretty good about that.
Wait,
teleport in.
Wait, Morgan.
It's the pincer attack. There's the flash in right on top of Yahoo, but it's the Lucian they have to take down, and they absolutely do that. The Emperor's Divide onto 3, but what is that going to do? The answer is nothing at all, as Hype hits 2 with the ulti on the back end. Sponge gets eliminated. Is that a clean ace? Is that a clean ace for the Bros? It absolutely is, as Andil, for the first time this series, goes down last. And the Bros will move on to game 3.
Not even close, baby! As Lord Morgan, with the taxes in his hand, heavy with gold, finds the flank. Croco gets on top of Teddy. Teddy did not get to play the game. By the way, as we highlighted, that Vi-Ahri combo ends up being the difference maker.
That was ridiculous. The Lord... I guess they were listening when you were talking about the Lee and the Zed. And so then they banned that away.
Well, it's like, what, but it makes sense, because like, what...
Yeah, no, what else are you going to play?
Are you going to play like Olaf?
All over your front.
So, I actually, thanks to my cat... Oh!
Never mind, bit of a dive here towards the bottom side, and that is just a dead Sante.
As Rich ends up in frustration.
And I don't know, yeah, it's...
So, that's how I felt, actually, right there. Because my entire face and my shoes, I actually didn't get on my shirt, were covered in smoothie.
Damn.
Yeah, it was a mess.
It was the perfect time to get...
where you go Shojin into, like, Liandry's.
That's kind of fun.
I kind of like that.
Let's see how it's going to work here for Croco, as in goes Sponge. Magnustorm to try and turn this, though, as Petrifying Gaze doesn't quite get the stuns, and down goes Polu. The spears are sort of flying all wayward, and Closer is just dead. DRX, they answer back beautifully here, but don't quite know what the plan was.
All in onto Sponge here.
Maybe they thought they'd find a Killer Instinct
special
to get Hype in there.
You can't do that.
Well, if in doubt, kill Rich seems to be the plan here, as there is the Croco and Morgan show that we were asking for. They find the angle as the spear is just avoided here by DRX. Teleport back in from Closer, though, as he's looking for the angle. Croco needs to land some of these, but he's not really hitting them, and there goes the Drake. Void Seeker going to connect onto Rich, And it's going to be a Hextech Soul this game as well. That's massive. Walking down to 50% here as Yahoo does spot out where the Renekton is.
1-1 in Drakes, 2-2 in kills. That's how I like my Rise group matches, Atlas.
Oh yeah. I just tend to talk.
Wait.
And actually, they can kind of do that and get away with it, but do want some attack speed in the build.
Especially in this game.
Oh yeah.
So how many people, and he's so big, I think with the 2-item spike on the AD carry. Oh.
Sometimes you just want to press R.
Yeah, I think he was trying to predict Sponge's EQ, and then he just didn't.
Yeah, it was a bit weird. Well, Closer's going to stand his ground here. Miasma does go down as Andil. Not going to be dashing off that one, but he still takes a lot of damage. Croco getting out of there because he does the same thing. Primal Surge might be able to keep him around, though. The sustain here for the Bros is going to be a little bit better.
Both top laners are backing, looking to TP in. This could be the fight that decides the game.
Yep, Morgan, very scary on this Crocodile, as we know, but it looks like Bro might be giving this up. Let's see how this one's going to go. The teleport comes in, and Morgan with the rest of his team, and he's just walking forward. He's like, guys, I am huge, and I will be able to take these guys down. Sponge gets out of the pit. Croco gets in. There's the Magnet Storm, and they've caught two out of position. Down goes the Rise. Yeah, who didn't get the memo that they were backing away, and they secure the Dragon. The Bros are looking to try and do it again. That's feats of warfare as well. Is this a bridge too far? The answer is probably not, because there's no Rise for another 20 seconds.
There's no Teddy. He's walking way over from mid lane. I don't think they have to damage.
Yeah, he doesn't have On the Hunt available.
Right, Sponge.
As there's a little knockback onto Morgan. They're going to look for the turn angle. Cataclysm onto Closer, who's standing his ground. Teddy gets stunned up, but he's doing a pretty good job standing his ground. There's the dash around from the Cassante, but he just doesn't have any money. Oh god, Sponge! Highway robbery as Polu comes on over, but he's not able to stop him. Teddy will go down as the slices and dices come in, but Otacon is such a big prize, and Yahoo! He's going to turn back up. The triple knock up from Sponge. They take down the Kai'Sa, and it's DRX that are able to get it done. Morgan will go down, and I have a feeling that that emote is going to be necessary. The shaky hands for the Renekton out of frustration here for the Bros, unless they can get some sort of psycho turn. I don't know about that one, as out goes Croco, and he's not even able to get his Raptors, I don't think. Man, it was so good when they took the Dragon, and that was when we needed to cut the video. But Otacon is a lot, right? Otacon is actually incredibly high value.
Basically, it's even, is what we're saying.
Polu
died.
Polu died again. Okay.
Not ideal.
Croco is making rifts.
Both with 6 out of the 7 kills.
Yeah, he's having a great game.
Polu.
Oh dear. Just
very straightforward.
Was caught in a place on the map that he wasn't allowed to be.
Just trying to clear vision as Morgan might have to take matters into his own hands. Can he get the plasma stack for Hype?
Now he's going to try as Rich goes all out, and then he's all out of options, unfortunately. And Hype comes on over. That is going to be another one picked up. He now has his Infinity Edge done, so I think the Bros know that this is happening, but can they actually do anything about it? That's the question.
I think they're too late.
Yeah. Probably going to get held out of the pit here as Andil just buying space, and the spear is not going to land. DRX Highway Robbery. They'll be able to steal away the purple buff.
That's the Rise value.
There it is.
Right there.
And that's why you can't give up vision control around that area, even for a moment.
Well, they knew. Right, and I actually think Croco could have made it. Just didn't have the time. They're gonna get Soul Point, but Soul Point for Nash, that's not work. It was Soul, no-brainer. Now they gotta hold on tight and pray that they get the opportunity to get themselves to the Hextech Soul somehow.
It's gonna be the big one. Sponge and Yahoo getting to work on this inner turret. That is going to extend the gold lead here for DRX. As they move to about, 3K. Rebel Baron power play here. And Croco possibly caught out of position unless it's a cunning ruse. Rich making his way over. Hype, we know that he's in danger. Does he know? That's the real question, as there's Yahoo flashing on top. The flash out immediately there from Hype as well. Shattering Strike, not something that Rich really cares.
Really big deal. Want to highlight, again, bottom 2 are out. DNF, they're not technically locked yet, but they are in, most likely. So getting a direct win over your opponent is a really big deal. And for Breon,
we're gonna get popped here. But the Bros, they are looking for it. They want to fight for this. 5 seconds, and Croco getting dove on here by Ando. Dragon has now spawned. Oh goodness, are we flipping for Hextech Soul?
Oh yeah, bro, want to, for sure.
Well, they're going to start this one up. Oh my goodness, it's taking so much damage. Morgan is just going to be Hexgating over. Rich will follow him. The quickness gets into the backline, but where is the follow-up as Morgan flashes over? And Rich uses it as a way to taxi his way forward. They take down the Jarvan. The killer instinct, oh no! He didn't really want to do that, but fortunately they did have a crocodile, but it may not be enough. Closer is still alive. Yeah, who is so big, and in goes Croco. And I just don't think he'll have any sort of assistance here, and Yehu has to do it alone. He has to be the hero, but he's on the miasma, and he's taken by Croco, and they have the Hextech Soul. I didn't even see the dragon go down. This is absolute cinema, and I love it. Mayhem! You know, and they just didn't kill
Croco,
the resto
he
shaman.
was wobbing and weaving, he was getting that line of sight.
And in the meantime, Sponge is just dead. Okay, welcome back to live, ladies and gentlemen. The jungler is now down, and the pros. Oh, there must have been an influx. It must have been you guys yet again. The purple is now a buff surrounding the pros as they march towards DRX.
Pay to win in my LCK.
Oh, absolutely, and we love to see it. Capitalism, baby. As all right, the bros now just diving. They know they can see it, and they've got Hextech Soul, man. It is so disgusting. Down goes everything. Hype is collecting a triple kill, and Teddy turns up just like Donald Glover with the pizza. It's a quadra under the inhibitor turret. Inhibitor to follow here, and the bros, they are done with this. They want to go home. It's about 11 p.m. And yeah, out of the death chamber and straight back in there once again. Could have potentially been a pentakill there for Hype, but instead it's Croco that locks it down, and the pros do it again. Back-to-back reverse.